Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at the 10 grossest Resident Evil enemies. Oh god, help me. For this list, we're looking at the most revolting, disgusting, and ghastly-looking enemies we've ever come across in Capcom's legendary horror franchise. And yes, we are considering boss characters too. Guess who's coming up very early on? Which of these enemies had your stomach churning? Share your disgust with us in the comments below. Just please don't watch this if you're in the middle of lunch, or dinner, or anything involving food.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Lickers. We were going to shame the lurkers, but they don't come anywhere close to being as gross as the lickers. We can easily chalk up the exposed brain and spine as reasons for our disgust, but no, the grotesque is told in the name. That long, slimy tongue is enough to make us want to retch, and the way it constantly dangles from its mouth is just nauseating. It doesn't help that the lickers crawl along walls and ceilings in this weird, almost cockroach-esque kind of way. It's just... Salvatore Moreau.
Mother wants her baby back.
Don't screw with me!
Wait, please. If you take it, then the others laugh at me.
I told you, guess which boss character is going to show up early on. Originally, we were going to include that damn baby from House Beneviento on here, but Moreau is just the most vile between Mother Miranda and her adopted children. Just look at him! He's a mess! Moreau is practically a walking bubble of pus and mucus. It's so putrid!
Miranda sent you to slow me down? You're pathetic.
And given that he lived in this dried up harbor where fish once swam and mold has festered on the walls and ceilings, you can't imagine he smells too pleasant in the slightest. You can't imagine his home, his territory, smells any better. Even in his fish form, Moreau is not a pretty picture to look at. Thank God he ain't coming back. Not after the way we ended him. Stay down, Moreau. No one wants you. Duvalia. Oh, what are we even looking at? What is this? Well, this is a Duvalia, a complete monstrosity that contrasts its slightly majestic name. While it is named after the southern African plant, the Duvalia is way more gross as it is made up entirely of flesh and teeth. Great. What's even more wretched is how the Duvalia evolves from its host, retaining the legs for quick mobility while disfiguring the rest of the human body. We're just glad the tail made for an obvious weak spot, so we could put this nightmare to rest as quickly as possible. Thank God. Agroman.
We'll talk later.
In all honesty, the Agroman is not as filthy as the other enemies we've touched upon so far, but it's still enough to make us come close to losing our lunch. What we have is this giant Cyclops ogre-like beast with bloodied and empty eye sockets and inconsistent deformities all around its body. On top of that, it has these bumps that make it look as if it's got ingrown barnacles and boils like they're enlarging underneath its skin. It's just, It's a walking nightmare capable of decimating towns, and we'd be willing to move to another planet just to get away from this thing. U3. Okay, can we take a second to ask, what is it with Capcom and humanoid creatures with elongated tongues squirming around? What the hell, man? U3 isn't just on the list for its liquor-like qualities. It's the weird, grotesque fusion of a person, reptile, insect, and whatever else we can throw in here. Where do we even begin? You have the animalistic body, the upper human body sticking out of the torso and the neck area, and then the pincers and mouth at the very top. Those who find their skin crawling when looking at lizards or bugs probably pass the controller to someone else just to get past this abomination. And you know what the sad part is? We're not even halfway done with the list. We're just barely halfway done. We still got like 6 more to go, and it's getting worse from here, man. Scagdead. Again, with the fused, mutated human monsters, Capcom. Why? This ghastly creature seems to have half of a human body, a third of a leech or worm or whatever squirmy thing that lies in the dirt or ocean, and the mobility of a bear or mule. Whatever the bottom half is supposed to be, we can't make heads or tails of it because it's so sickening to look at.
Oh no, I think this creature might be the comms officer.
And just what in the hell is going on with the left arm? Oh, that's supposed to be some kind of organic bony buzzsaw, is it? Yeah, great. None of us are sleeping tonight. That's amazing. I didn't want to sleep anyways, but, you know, that's great. That's just forever burned into my brain. G. Yeah, it's just G. Simple name, traumatizing appearance. That is the nature of G. Appearing in Resident Evil 2, its remake, and Outbreak, amazing. 3 games, great. The G creature is an enemy we'd gladly leave behind in the franchise. Unfortunately, we see the G in 2 stages of its life cycle. The first is this disgusting larva form, when it's young, moist, and slimy enough to make us go, ah. The second is when it grows full limbs and produces a large mass on its back. Oh, cool! It can also asexually reproduce the larva shortly after birth. You know, isn't life just fantastic? It's amazing that you can learn all about these, I know they're fictional, but definitely putrid creatures. It's just great. I love life. Drain Deimos. Oh man, we're still not done with this list. God save me. Whether you're scared of spiders, roaches, or anything else tiny, spindly, hairy, and venomous, the Drain Deimos is a crime against humanity. The beast was birthed after a series of parasitic insects were exposed to the deadly T virus, and this infection would cause them to rely upon the cerebrospinal fluid found in humans. When extracted, this gives the Drain Deimos enough nutrients to produce a mass of eggs. The beast basically doesn't die until all of them are dead. And at that point, just torch all of Raccoon City, alright? Problem solved. Just torch the place, that's it. Burn Raccoon City to the ground and make sure all of them are inside. Globster. Oh, well, that's fantastic. We have something non-insectoid-like and everything resembling the husk of human remains. Lovely. Great. Amazing. The Globster is way more terrifying than any other horrific blob monster to ever exist. It is literally a boneless blob of skin, flesh, and teeth. Nothing complicated, yet completely abhorrent in every conceivable way. It's worse when they're underwater. The way they swim about and swallow things whole, it's just, nah, not in this lifetime. No, it'd be better to walk off of a ledge than to surrender to something so putrid and nauseating to look at.
Nice work.
No doubt about it.
And we still have one more entry to get through. Hope you've managed to all hold in your insides. Margaret Baker. Oh, thank God, it's the last entry. And it's the grossest one, but it's also the last one. You know why some of us don't replay Resident Evil 7? It's because of Margaret. She's a living, infected, zombified woman who spits out swarms of flies from underneath her. We'll leave it at that, yeah.
Still got some spike in you, huh?
She's an obnoxious blend of mold, insect hive, and human waste, and it's why she's traumatized so many Resident Evil fans. Now, let's all pray that Capcom doesn't turn out to be some kind of prophet and has predicted the future through Resident Evil. Otherwise, humanity's done, right? Hope you all can sleep tonight after this list, especially after seeing Margaret. You're welcome. I'm out. I'm out, though. Bye. I'm done. Nope, 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 nope.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, there's more where that came from.